Hello. So here we're going to discuss my job tracker, which is a full stack web application we built with Python Flask, MySQL, and just some custom HTML and CSS. All right, so let's get started here. First, we're going to run the application. All right, and go to our browser. Kind of already have it started here. Boom, here we go. So this is my full stack web application. Starting here with the database, I have 4 tables. You see here, I have the companies, I have the jobs, I have the applications, and then I also have the contact. So the way it works is that each table uses a primary key with auto increment, and then foreign keys linking the tables together, and then the jobs are stored with the required skills as the JSON array. The schema was written as schema SQL and loaded into the MySQL workbench. So if you see here, um, it's connected to MySQL. Here we have the foreign keys, the primary keys. I'm sorry, the auto increment over here. We have it for each one. There you go, right there. We have the dashboard. So the dashboard gives you a real-time statistical review of like the total companies, the job tracks, the application sent, the interviews, offers, and also the contacts. If you see below is the application pipeline showing the visual breakdown of every status. My touch, I added motivation quotes here at the top. The random, rotates on every time you refresh. You see quite a few athletes and entrepreneurs that I quoted. For example, here we have Steve Jobs. If we reload it, we get John Rockefeller, and it just keeps updating every now and then. If you see at the bottom, we also did like a win wall. For every interview and offer appears, just to show some achievement, show some encouragement. So if we go to the company's page, this just shows you a full list with the job count and the contact per company. You see here, it gives you the contacts over here, if we have any, the location. It just, it gives you, just everything. You hit the add a company button, and then you can fill in the form here, by, the name, the industry, location, the website, those stuff, and then you just submit it, add to the company. When you do that, the company, it automatically appears here. Yeah, and then on the side here, you can edit the pool. You can edit the company information. Um, you can also delete it. Which is gives you like all the 4 CRUD operations working in the company's table. So we're able to create it, we're able to read it, we're able to update it, and then we're also able to delete it. The jobs page tracks everything. The title, the company, the job type, the salary range, the required skills, shown with tags. And at the end, it's just adding job links to the company, sets the type, the full time, the part time. Um, if it's contract, if it's an internship, um, you know, and you can add in delete and works the same way as the confirmation model. So if over here you add a job, it works the same way as if you was to add a company here. Um, and then we have the application, and it just tracks every application that was submitted with the job, with the date that applied, the resume version, and whether cover letter was sent or not. So it just moves to the status, pipeline, whether you applied, your screening, interview, offer, rejected, withdrawn. It's just color coded with the badges. If you see here, it kind of just tells you, where you're at in the process. Um, Adding application, entering the status, and deleting the confirmation is the full CRUD on the application table. Same with like what we did with companies and jobs. And then same thing here with the contacts. It tracks the the recruiter, the hiring manager, and the referrals, and It gives you the links to the companies, um, and it all works the same as before. I want to go back to the dashboard here and just show some of the things that we've added here. Um, so if you go down, it shows you you know, like the numbers and you know how many companies are there. The jobs that tried the application, where we had an interview, if we had any offers, how many contacts do we have. But I also want to just show you here like the job match feature. So let's say we were looking for a Python, something matches. You get the percentages here. So it compares those skills against the requirements stored in every JSON field. The results come back and is back by percentages from the highest to lowest. So if you see here, um, for Python, we match 25%. Let's maybe do AWS. Tried these earlier. AWS, 25%. So you see it there. Um, 0% for this job, 25% for that job. Um, so yeah. So each result is just gonna give is good. It's gonna give you the job title, where we at with the skills match, or, the circular progress, and agreement here we get the salary, and whatever we're missing here. Um, yeah, that's pretty much my project. Um, it was fully committed using GitHub. So if you see here, it was fully committed using GitHub. We organized the commits over here. Each message just describes exactly what changed and why. Um, then we also have the AI usage. Let me just go here. The AI usage .md file in here. This is where I discussed a little bit more about some of the prompts I've used, and like some other personal features um, that I added, what was modified, and some of the lessons learned um, over here, right here. So we have all that information. So, you know, I use both Cloud and ChatGPT for helping me just like fully build and debug this, and then ChatGPT for like some code comparison. Um, so here's my project. It was, full stack using my MySQL database, Python Flask backend, and with a custom HTML, CSS. All four tables with full CRUD, uh, job map with percentage ranking, and personalized dashboard. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for my project. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you for this class. I had a great time and I learned a lot. This was actually a great experience, and I feel like I personally use this for my job search and what I got going on moving forward. But I want to thank you and have a great summer. Appreciate it.